Joining me now to take up what has been it's a mandate apparently in the minds of many Democrats on the part of the base insisting on impeachment of the president. The state of the Mueller witch hunt is also, of course, very much front and center in the wake of Jeff Sessions' ouster. We're joined by Andrew McCarthy, former assistant U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York, renowned federal prosecutor, great American and National Review contributing editor, Fox Business contributor. Andy, it's great to have you here. And let's start with first the final report. Is it truly at hand? Is it time, do you believe, to wrap this thing up?
Well, first, thanks so much, Lou. It's a pleasure to be with you. And I sure think it's time to wrap it up. I've long thought it was time to wrap it up. It seemed to me that when Mr. Mueller filed his two indictments against those two groups of Russians, the troll farm case and the hacking case, the substance of those indictments seemed to preclude the possibility of there having been a conspiracy between the Kremlin and any Americans, much less the president's campaign. That being the case, I don't know what we're doing here.
Well, we're going to have a lot of questions about what we're doing here now, squared, cubed, orders of magnitude, because Gerald Nadler, the incoming head of the Judiciary Committee, overheard by Molly Hemingway talking about impeaching Justice Kavanaugh. I mean, this is truly, the lunatics have taken over the asylum, it appears, in the form of new Democratic leadership in the House.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. There's a lot of sensible people who I think would tell you quietly and off the record that this is a really bad idea, not just substantively, but politically, because it can only, if the emptiness of these investigations and the vigor with which they'll go at them can only help the president as far as the 2020 reelection bid is concerned. So, you know, the problem is I think the base, and particularly the money that represents the bloodstream of the party at this point, has moved way to the left, and they want these investigations, whether they're a good idea or not, and the base is going to be served.
Very quickly here, Andy, the president says that he and the Senate will return in kind if the House insists upon these vacuous investigations. And by the way, when I say vacuous, I'm being bipartisan. We have seen the fruit of House investigations, and it has been pure bitterness and no substance whatsoever. I shouldn't say that, little substance whatsoever. Your thoughts about the president's capacity to return fire and that of the Senate to do so?
Well, look, you know, Lou, I've for a couple of years wondered aloud, for example, why hasn't the president released some of these documents that the House, Republican-controlled House committees have been asking for? And, you know, maybe he's playing the game ahead of where we are, and he's using that as something he can respond with. I don't know, but certainly they won't be without cards to play.
All right. I would suggest that probably your expectation on the president is exact. Andy McCarthy, always good to see you. Thanks so much, and enjoy his columns on National Review. I assure you, they're always an education. Thanks so much.